Why play Blitzcrank? Well, he is probably one of the best pick champions in the entire game, which means he can straight up win a game with a single ability. He is one of the strongest level 1s in the game, and he's amazing at roaming mid for ganks. However, in lane you are very hook reliant, and missing one means you can get bullied. And finally, you are very mana hungry and surprisingly squishy. Your passive gives you a shield when you go below 30% of your health. Your Q is your hook. You fire a projectile in front of you, which will stun the first target hit and pull them towards you. Your W speeds you up and gives you increased attack speed. At the end of this, however, you are briefly slowed. Your E is an auto attack reset, which will knock the target up in the air. Your ultimate's passive gives you electric fists. Anything you attack after 1 second will take damage. Upon pressing your ultimate, you zap the area around you, which damages and silences enemies. For combos, you can use W to speed yourself up, knock them up with E before walking back and getting a guaranteed hook, and then ult them. This is great because they're always either airborne, stunned, or silenced, so they can't flash out once they've been knocked up. Alternatively, simply land a hook, knock them up with E, and then ult them. For Masteries, this is a pretty good standard page. However, if mid looks especially gankable, I'll often go for this instead. As always, mess around with it, see what you like best. For build order, start Relic Shield and 2 pots. Get your Mobies and your Locket as soon as possible. Follow this up by getting Zeke's and Knight's Vow. And finally, as a 6th item, get any of these as you need. For level order, start Q, then E, then W. Before maxing Q, then W, then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Ignite. That little bit of extra damage is often the difference. The lane phase with Blitzcrank can be great or dreadful depending on one thing: how well you can use your hook, and also how well you can use the threat of your hook. If you throw a hook and miss, it's a lot of mana gone, and you have to be defensive until it's off cooldown. Whenever you miss a hook, the opponent can just walk at you knowing there's nothing you can do about it. Remember, it's not using your hook that's really scary. The entire time you still have your hook available to you, they have to respect it, and it's this respect that gives you your lane pressure. After this, it's just a case of waiting for your chance to be able to run at them, knock them up with E, and then pull them back with Q, or simply getting that god tier hook. During the lane phase, look for opportunities where your enemy is isolated. In this clip, you see Seraphine is clearing a ward and Caitlyn is farming. This lets me run at her, get my combo off, and get an easy kill. You should look to roam mid wherever possible. As always, note, my first instincts are to get in close for the E if possible, and then hook them after if I need to. Blitzcrank is the best pick champion in the game, which means you don't want to team fight without picking someone off first. This makes it a much easier 4v5 fight for your team. If you do find yourself in a team fight that you haven't started, use your abilities to protect your carry, and only if they're safe, look to grab one of their carries. The best way to win with Blitzcrank is keep your wards up, which lets you keep going for picks, and when you do get a pick, convert it into a good team fight or an objective. Getting towers is especially good because it gives you better access to your opponent's jungle, which gives you an even better chance to get more picks. And that's all my time.